What's up my Shuggies, Ashley here, and in today's video I have another DIY video. I am now officially obsessed with tie-dye and I decided to do another 3 pairs, that's right, 3 pairs of tie-dye in unique different colors that I spent a lot of time cultivating. So if you are interested in seeing this DIY tie-dye, then just keep watching. Alright guys, we're starting with our 2 garments and we are using the Royal Blue Rit dye. I have warmed my water in the microwave. Make sure to really shake up that dye and also add in about a tablespoon of Dawn detergent. Then I go ahead and put my dye in, mix it up, and I'm going to test the color to see if it's dark enough. Make sure you use some sort of gloves and protection. And I'm putting this in a water bottle where I have just poked a hole in the cap so that I am able to squeeze it out efficiently. Then I'm going to start with the top and or the front rather, and just give it a good douse. And I've just kind of scrunched it in any kind of form. I really didn't use rubber bands. And then see here, I'm just flipping it to the other side, making sure it stays scrunched and going back in with that dye. So this technique can be used. I found it works perfectly fine. You don't always have to have rubber bands. It's going to be a little bit more monochromatic, but it does work. I just prefer to have it come out that way. So again, just kind of scrunching up that fabric, using that dye and giving it a good douse to make sure that I'm getting all of the white covered in blue. So the only white is in the cracks of the fabric. Then I'm going to take the shirt and flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Just make sure to give it a good douse, and that water bottle really helps kind of evenly distribute the dye to the shirt or pants that you're dyeing. Next, I'm going to kind of show you what it looks like that everything's all crinkled up. That's the space that's left. So you can either leave it like that or go in and just kind of touch it up just to get those really, really big white spots. Now the leggings, as you can see, came out pretty monochromatic. I really don't have to do any touch up, so I'm happy with those. We're moving on to the second pair, which is the leggings and long sleeve. I'm using the tan and the camel color. First, I put in the tan. I'm using quite a bit. And then I mix in a little bit of Dawn dish detergent. I'm not sure what this does, but I do feel like I get a good result when I do use this rather than when I don't use it. Again, making sure your water is really, really hot. They say you can also boil it on the stovetop, giving it a complete mix, making sure that all the Dawn is completely absorbed in the mixture as well. And then testing out that color to see what it looks like on your paper towel and deciding if you want to add in or take away any of the color. So I'm using the paper towel here. I'm going to test out the color, see what it looks like, and that's nice. But I believe I want it to be a little bit darker, so we're going to add in we add the entire thing in. And we're going to see what color that gives us. And the reason I do this is because it does fade so much that I don't want to get something that comes out completely white. So that is the toughest part, is to gauge how much the dye is actually going to fade. That's something that I really have had a hard time kind of guesstimating. So that's why I'm testing it on the paper towel and making it darker than I really want, as you can see here, hoping that I achieve the other color when it's all said and done. But again, that's time and it's process and it's effort. I did mix in that second color, just to be clear, was camel. So I'm mixing tan and camel together. As you can see here, just a little bit of the camel. And I do feel like it's okay. It's got a little bit more of a red hue to it, but again, it's all a learning process. It's not anything that can't be redone over if you don't like it with a new piece of clothing. So I'm going to go back in and see if I can achieve the color that I want. And let's see what I come out with. And that is pretty dark. So again, looking that it's going to fade quite a bit, it'll most likely end up more like the middle color. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this in the water bottle. Again, that's the same one I had before. I just rinsed it out really, really well and made sure that there was nothing in it. I take the leggings, I pull them out, and then I kind of scrunch them in together by hand. Again, not using the rubber bands, just using my hands. And the same thing with the long sleeve shirt, just kind of lay it out and by hand just kind of scrunch it up together in a shape that I want, so I'm getting a little bit of color and a little bit of white in the cracks. And then I take my mixture and I go to town and I douse that puppy down. And I really do think if I would have left it just like this, it would have been perfection. But, you know, I got a little heavy-handed and I went in with a little bit of extra just because I was scared. The first color came out so faded that I think I kind of overcompensated the other way and it overdid it just a little bit. But we're going to keep practicing and we are going to get this down pat. I promise you that. So I'm going in with that color, I'm dousing the leggings, and again, because of the different fabrics, it is going to hold different, so it does look different. And as you can see, because I was heavy-handed, that came out pretty monochromatic. And now I'm going to take my dye in the colored camel for my third set. And as you can see, I am actually wearing the shirt from the tan camel combo that you just saw, and that's how it came out. So you can see how much it faded from the color that was on the napkin. So this one I'm just doing just straight camel, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Looks pretty nice to me. And now we are going to lay out our shirt. Going to crinkle it up again by hand. This works great in a wet flat surface because it really gives you room to just kind of work well with the fabric. Get it to where you want it, as small or as spread out as you want. Same thing with the biker shorts. Gonna just kind of do that by hand. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure my water bottle is cleaned out. Put the dye inside and douse those biker shorts. And as you can see, this color came out pretty dark. So I want you to look at the color that it is now versus the color that it is in the reveal, so you can see how much it fades. And that's why it makes it difficult, because you're really not ever sure how much color is going to come out. And I think that depends on the, you know, the blue I feel like didn't fade as much. The brown I feel like does fade. Some browns fade more than others. I mean, there's just so many different variables to it. There are the shorts. I really didn't have to go over them at all. I actually wrung them out because I didn't want them to get any darker at all. And then I'm going to do the same with the shirt. And once I'm happy with it, I'm just going to make sure the excess dye is out, so you can just kind of give it a ring with your hands. Wring it out. I'm going to go back through, since I have some white spots, and just touch it up just to make sure it's a little bit more monochromatic, because, you know, I just like to go overboard. I should have just left it. Then I'm going to throw them in a bowl, let them sit kind of steep for about 6 to 8 hours, and there you go. Okay guys, here's the first set, and this one is the one that I mixed the colors camel and tan together. I love how the leggings came out, but I do feel like the top was probably my fault. I got a little too carried away, tried to get a little too monochromatic, and it's pretty much one color. So the leggings turned out super cute and have nice patches of white throughout, but the top does not. But that's okay. That's the beauty of tie-dye, is that we learn as we go. Can I just take a second to talk about these adorable slippers I got from Macy's, and they are the softest, most comfortable slippers, and they were like $10 from INC. So hop on there if you're looking for some cute slippers. Also, the great thing about this that I love is, even if I decide to just do a plain white top with these leggings, it works out perfectly well too. Also, for size reference, I did get the leggings in a medium and the top in a men's large. If you want the leggings, I did link them on my Amazon favorites, and then the top as well in my Amazon favorites link, which is in the description box down below. So this is the first outfit. All right, you guys, this is the blue set. And this is definitely my favorite. When my husband took it out of the dryer when I was at work, he texted me, "This looks so sick." And I really do love it. It's got more of that true tie-dye look, which I'm learning how to do as I go, where it's really got that white peering through. I do want to say again, because I'm assuming the fabric is different, this rayon does pick up a little bit more of a muted blue, whereas the top is a little bit more bright, which I'm totally okay with, just so you're aware loungewear, I want you guys to know that it does matter what fabric you do have. This is 100% cotton, and these are a rayon cotton blend. So if you're looking for something to be exactly the same color, it's not going to be, but this is how the blue came out, and I really do love it. Again, this is the same as the long sleeve shirt that I got from Gildan. I believe that's how you say it. In the same size large, it's just a short sleeve versus the other, which is a long sleeve. And then these again are the same white biker shorts that I link in my Amazon favorites that I love, and I get them in a size large. So this is the way that the blue turned out. Super, super cute. This is definitely my favorite. All right, you guys, this is the last set, and I was so scared because I thought when I first pulled this puppy out of the washer, it was going to be that heinous, ugly, muddy color. But when I pulled it out of the dryer, I was so happy with how it turned out. I think this is like, excuse the FedEx man driving out of control. I think this ended up being the most perfect color. It's a taupey blush pink. So as you can see, the base of it is like a taupe color, but it's got blush pink throughout. And that's the thing with those colors. I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, it can be a little confusing and daunting, is you really don't know what color it's going to turn out as. If you're mixing colors, you don't know. If you're using one color, you don't know. But this is the 100% camel color, and this is how it turned out. And this looks like in the screen that it's giving you an exact representation of that. So it is a very nice blush pink with taupe inside. The top is a little bit more pink and monochromatic than the shorts, and I believe that's because they're biker shorts, and for whatever reason the rayon picks up the dye differently. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. I did want to show you the other ones, how much more brown and pink these did come out. So I'm really liking this better because I feel like it's more of a monochromatic vibe, whereas this is really kind of bled, that brown bled into pink, that bled into white. So it's okay. It's just not my favorite. I would say this and the blue definitely are my favorite. I would love now, of course, you know, I'm on a bandwagon to try just straight taupe and see what it turns out like. But this is the final one. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these tie-dye projects. Alright, you guys, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will, as always, leave everything in the description box down below. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.